All right. We got our guy Revis. He's here. We got to tap in and see where he's at. All right. So let's see. Where is Revis? He's somewhere in the United States, from L.A. to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn. Revis, what's happening?
Nothing much, fam. How's it going?
Man, the week was actually interesting, man. It really was. I really don't have any complaints. You got to tell us where you're rolling. Where have you decided to park the truck at for the evening?
I am in Waterloo, Iowa.
Okay, Waterloo, Iowa. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Do you know anything about Waterloo, Iowa?
Waterloo, Iowa. This is the home of John Deere.
Oh, that's the tractor.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm with you. Okay. Now, is it snowing up that way? Because I know we having there's a lot of cold weather hitting the Midwest.
It's not snowing, but I tell you what, it's cold enough to snow.
He said it's cold enough to snow.
Ow.
All right, man. We got a very interesting word today, and what I mean by that is our word of the day is fuliginous. Fuliginous? Did I say it right?
It's fuliginous.
Fuliginous. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, fuliginous. Yes.
Fuliginous. All right, so that's a big word. I've never heard of this word. I'm going to give you the definition. I'm going to give you a couple sentences, and we're going to see how you break it down, all right?
Okay.
Fuliginous is a formal adjective that is synonymous with sooty. It describes things related to, containing, or producing soot. It can also describe things that are figuratively sooty. That is dark or musky, as in fuliginous soil, as well as things that are dark or sooty in color, from crystals and insects to the plumage of some bird species. All right, now they're saying in a stringent environment, regulations eventually help the city rid itself of the fuliginous haze that had plagued its citizens for decades. And then the second sentence says, the infamous journalist has a fuliginous prose style that's not exactly ideal for the general audience. Now, that's a lot, because first off, I don't know what suit or sooty is. You want to break all of that down, man, and give us fuliginous.
It's actually soot. It's not sooty, it's soot. And it's funny that this word pops up this week, because last week on I-55 down close to New Orleans, they had 158 vehicle pileup. And the pileup was because it was pretty city down there. It was fuliginous. It had to do with a little smoke and fog. And the two together made a whole bunch of soot, and you couldn't see in front of you. It was really murky.
Oh.
So, fuliginous has to do with soot that's in the air. And how does it relate to trucking? Remember when, notice when you went to the gas station, there are signs that says they have DEF. DEF. Now, DEF is something that we use in this truck because the truck creates soot. And DEF is called diesel exhaust fluid. And what it does, it actually breaks down the soot and make it where you can can actually breathe and it don't harm the environment.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
So it's this dark, cloudy substance is what you're saying?
Yeah. And it really messes up a truck.
Okay.
The truck automatically makes that right there. And it has to deal with the emissions.
Okay. So, like, how would we actually use this word? I guess only if we're on the road and we're driving is what you're saying. And we see some dark, cloudy substance fogging up the streets because of smoke or because of mud or something like that. That's the only way that we would use the word fuliginous?
That's the way that I know how to use it. But then again, I am also a fisherman. So when I go fishing and the water is really murky, that means it's fuliginous. So therefore, you can't see through the water because it's too dark.
Okay. So if the water is dark, then it could be possibly fuliginous.
Exactly. And, you know, when you talk about Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, and Florida, you know, the alligators actually live in that fuliginous water. That's dark and murky that you can't see through.
Okay. Sheila Baker says it's also what's in a chimney. Okay. I like that one. I like that. Okay. All right. Well,
when you burn that wood and when you burn charcoal, that little stuff that comes off, that black stuff that comes off, that's soot. That's fuliginous.
Okay. I got you. Fuliginous. Okay, I got it. All right. Well, how did Revis do on the word of the day? 1, he knocked it out the park. I'm proud of him. 2, I'm hoping he gets an easier one next time. 3, what kind of breakdown was that? Or 4, this is a tough one. Never heard of this one, nor would I use. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know in the comments. How did Revis do on the word of the day? Now, anything else you want to add, Revis? I mean, we got 61 days before the end of the year. And while we're waiting on people to tap in and let us know how you did, is there anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, you know, we coming up on the end of the year. Christmas time is coming around. And when you think of Christmas, you got to think of, you know, you got to get people gifts or what have you. So I want you all to remember that Tallboy has merch.
Yeah.
Shop.tallboy.us.
Okay. You weren't being extraneous this week. I appreciate that.
Ow.
All right, guys. Fuliginous. Try to use that in a sentence. This week, challenge yourself. Try to, use those big words around your family and your friends and see how they do. All right. And they be like, what did you say? What is that? Just try to dare to be different. Fuliginous is our word of the day. It's the Lab Tech Show. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.com. Embrace it or get left behind.
Hold up.